from the Technology Center on the campus of Herkimer College. This is HCTV News, a student-produced newscast covering Herkimer County and the community it serves.
Hello, I'm Roberto Cruz and welcome to HCTV News from Herkimer College. We're here every Thursday afternoon this semester at 5 o'clock with a full half-an-hour newscast produced by students enrolled in the Communication Arts program here at Herkimer. HCTV News is a production of advanced video production students enrolled in the Communication Arts radio and television broadcasting program here at Herkimer College. Earlier this week, Herkimer held its first ever Have a Heart event, which embraced students to help support human rights. The Amnesty International Club welcomed all to show care and to show love to others on Valentine's Day. Pre-cut hearts were available for students and staff to write their own personal message to members who were stripped of their basic human rights. In-depth pamphlets gave stories of others affected by lack of human rights to help educate and help influence their messages. A table of resources and other goodies were available to those who participated in the event. The Amnesty International Club hosted the Have a Heart event and intends to do a similar event come next semester. The club embraces all to support human rights on a global and local scale. For those interested in the Amnesty International Club, or any other club for that matter, feel free to stop into the Center for Student Leadership and Involvement for more information. The office can be found in RMCC 220, or you can call 315-574-4032. And you can find out more at the college's website at www.herkimer.edu. With the recent intense storms both nationally and locally, the need for blood donations are rising. We go to our live shot reporter, Tiana Campbell. She's down in the College Center with more on how Herkimer students can help. Tiana?
Thanks, Roberto. I'm here with Miss Gina from Student Activities. And Miss Gina, what it is that you do here on campus?
I am the assistant director, or the assistant to the director of student activities. So I work with Vicki Brown in the RMCC 220 office.
Okay, and I understand that you've worked previously with blood drives here on campus. Can you explain why it is important for students to contribute to the blood drive?
We had just recently had a blood drive, February 9th, and the reason why I am a big advocate for the blood drive here on campus and having the students getting involved, they're becoming a part of the healthcare, they're getting involved, they're giving to the community, and they're giving an hour of their time for someone who may need the blood in the future. My dad was ill 3 years ago. He had lung cancer. He was diagnosed, and during his chemo treatment, he had become very weak and very anemic, so he needed to have some blood transfusions. And if he didn't have that, it would not have gotten him through the time and the treatment that he had received.
Now, for students that cannot give blood, what can they do for other opportunities for good causes?
They can get involved in some community service volunteer work. There are several opportunities here on campus posted on the board down going toward the cafeteria, and they can come to our office and get some more information and sign up to volunteer in our community.
Okay. Back to you, Roberto. Thanks.
Thanks, Tiana. For students and members of the community alike who are looking to enjoy some quiet downtime in a peaceful setting, look no further than Herkimer College's new and improved Kogar Art Gallery. Earlier this month, the Kogar Art Gallery located here at Herkimer College implemented a new exhibit entitled Liminal Umbra, created by artist Rita Lombardi. Lombardi's work has been displayed in museums and galleries across the country. The exhibit showcases cliché Vera artwork, which includes both paintings as well as photography. The gallery's hours of operation are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and is open to the public free of charge. If you're wondering what Herkimer may have to offer you, there's a chance to find out for yourself. Herkimer College will be holding their spring open house on Saturday, March 25th, where prospective students can find out more about the programs of study here at Herkimer. You can also see for yourself what it's like during one of the several campus tours held throughout the day. The Herkimer College open house will begin at 9 a.m. and runs until noon. Information about academics, admission requirements, housing, and financial aid as well as others will be available. You can also meet with faculty and staff to learn more about specific programs you may be interested in. During your campus tour, be sure to check out the TV studio and to take a peek of where HCTV News is produced. You can pre-register for the spring open house by calling Herkimer College at 866-0300, extension 8278. And you can always find out more on the college's website at www.herkimer.edu. Well, there's more news straight ahead after this break during the HCTV News. I'm Roberto Cruz, and Eric Lanza will join us after the break with your complete weather forecast. Stay with us.
Make the right connections with your communication arts degree from Herkimer College. Interested in radio? Meant to DJ? Then Herkimer College's radio TV program is the program for you. Learn all about the radio industry, record your own show, or even produce a live one. The possibilities are endless. For more information about communication arts programs at Herkimer College, visit www.herkimer.edu.
Now, the weather outlook for Herkimer and the surrounding areas, here on HCTV News.
Welcome back to HCTV News, live from Herkimer College. I'm Roberto Cruz.
And I'm Eric Lanza for HCTV News Weather.
Let us know, man.
Oh, well, it's not snowing out tonight.
Thank Lord.
It'll be raining, though.
We can't win here, can we? Central New York, man.
Well,
beautiful place.
Yeah, I know. Actually, we broke a local weather record today.
No kidding.
Yeah, the record for the high temperature for today is 62 degrees. We hit 67.
Global warming, man.
Yep. But now we're going to take a look at the weather on our weather wall. And that's the look at outside right now. On our weather map, you can see that there's a little bit of a system moving through, and that might produce a little bit of rain tonight, but not a whole lot. The big story, though, is happening just off to our west around Chicago area. This system is going to be moving in the next couple days and producing a lot of rain and possibly a couple thunderstorms, but we'll keep an eye on that. So let's go ahead and look at what we can expect for the rest of the evening. We'll be looking at overcast skies when it stays warm through tonight, thanks to that, with a low in the 45. Now that'll lead us into Friday morning, I should say, where it'll be a little bit warmer thanks to the overnight warm temperatures with thunderstorms possible. And the low is going to be even warmer at 53. Now going into Saturday, this is when things really get warm with a high of 63, breaking again possibly some records. But that's when the big cool down happens with a low of 29. And into Sunday, the temperatures struggle to get out of the freezing mark. And on Sunday, February comes back with a high of 35, low 30. Looking at our extended forecast, it looks like Monday is going to be overcast with a storm system moving in through Wednesday. The temperature trend seems to increase, though, throughout the week. So we might be returning to some warm weather after all, after a brief cool down on Sunday.
Just a pull back and forth, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we can't complain for that. Okay, well, thanks, Eric, for that weather update. And when we return, Isaiah Bison is going to get you caught up on the latest regarding... Anyone can tell me why it's not moving.
After the break, it's Sports Wrap, here on HCTV 99 News.
Jump into the world of radio production and electronic media at Herkimer County Community College's 91.5 FM WVHC. When the semester kicks in, students take over the airwaves, turning their dreams and ideas into real live radio.
Topping Herkimer County Community College news today with graduation soon approaching.
Are you the next big voice? Find your home on the airwaves at Herkimer County Community College and WVHC. For more information, go to www.herkimer.edu.
All the teachers are very helpful. They're always there when you need to ask a question or see them.
Small classes, intimate learning environment.
It exposed me to different cultures.
I have friends from Morocco, Japan, China.
And it's like the tranquility of the environment.
We're the #2 community college in the state. That says something.
Choosing Herkimer was actually one of the best choices I could have made.
We are smart, supportive,
diverse, vibrant,
nationally ranked.
We are Herkimer College.
Hello everyone, I'm Isaiah Bysonth bringing you this week's edition of Sports Wrap here on HCTV News. It has been a busy week for the general sports teams here at HCCC. Let's get you caught up. To men's basketball, this past Monday, the Generals got a big win against Fulton Montgomery Raiders. They dominated most of the game with the phenomenal performances from both of their big men. Taekwon Scott was aggressive all game and led the way for the Generals, tallying 23 points while adding 8 rebounds. Justin Harley was a force on both ends of the court, swatting 4 shots on the defensive end while adding 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists to his terrific stat line. The final score of that game was 84-68. The Generals now sit at 22-4 on the season with a winning streak of 5, now winning 14 of their last 15 games. The Generals practice Tuesday afternoon, preparing for the game on Saturday at home against the North Country Community College at 7 p.m. Coach Lee and the Generals hope to finish the last 2 games of the season strong before the regional playoffs begin this Tuesday, February 28th. In related news, women's basketball team lost on Monday to Fulton Montgomery in a brutal defeat, 69-89. They have dropped their last 5 games and sit at 7-17 overall. They host North Country Community College February 25th at 3 p.m. This past weekend, the Herkimer General bowling team participated in the regional championships. Both the men's squad and the women's squad posted great numbers in the standings, posting 7th and 4th places respectively. Both Karina Kinney and Caitlin Adsit were standouts for the women's squad, earning a membership on the All-Region team of 2017. Brendan Budd of the men's squad earned All-Regions teams honors as well. The Generals travel to Buffalo on March 2nd for the national championship. Well, there's a very busy sports wrap for you. I'm Isaiah Bysonth. Stay tuned. You're watching HCTV News. We'll be back with more after this.
Hi. Are you feeling tired, irritable, stressed out? Well, you might consider nature.
From the people that brought you Getting Outside comes prescription strength Nature, a non-harmful medication shown to relieve the crippling symptoms of modern life.
Nature's recommended for humans of all ages, and it's great for pets too.
Nature can reduce cynicism, meaninglessness, anal retentiveness, and murderous rage. In clinical studies, Nature is proven to decrease work-induced catatonia.
Caution. Nature may cause you to slow down, quit your job.
If you are overly cynical, jaded, or emotionally numb, you may need to increase your dose of Nature. Do you have trouble being even mildly uncomfortable? Nature may not be right for you. Side effects may include spontaneous euphoria, taking yourself less seriously, and being in a good mood for no apparent reason.
So ask your doctor if nature is right for you.
Time now for the HCTV News Question of the Week. It's your turn to express your thoughts on campus-wide issues.
Hello and welcome back to HCTV News here on HCTV. I'm Roberto Cruz and thank you for joining us. Time now for our HCTV Question of the Week, where we comb through the campus looking for your input for On Camera. This week, we hand it over to HCTV News reporter, Tiana Gamble. Tiana?
Thanks, Roberto. The question of the week is, what charity organization do you support and why? What charity organization do you support and why?
What charity organization? My wife and I are very fond of March of Dimes, that's what it's called, yeah. And mostly because both of our boys were born premature, and they do a lot to raise money for premature babies all around the world, and they increase awareness and do other things. So that's most of where our money goes to. And my wife is also on a local chapter to help organize a march for babies. So she spends a lot of her extra time helping in that way, in that regard as well.
I support the St. Jude's charity because it gives life to people with cancer, and I support that a lot. People with cancer, they're supposed to live like us.
Home for our troops because it provides a home for our veterans that have either fought in wars or basically post 9/11 war for troops.
My charity that I support is Epilepsy Foundation of America, mostly because I have epilepsy myself, and so for me it's great to bring awareness for myself and other people that are struggling with epilepsy. Lucky for me, I've been seizure-free since I was 7, but for a while they were pretty bad. But for me, it's important to give back to the community.
Okay, that was the HCTV News Question of the Week. Back to you, Roberto.
Thanks, Tiana, for that report. And be sure to tune in next week for another edition of HCTV News Question of the Week. And don't be shy if you see our crew around campus Thursday afternoons looking for your opinion. Stay with us. Coming up after the break, we have Mark Lacchiano, who introduces us to Josh Parkinson, who serves as a college academic specialist. I read well. That's straight in our Newsmaker segment right here on HCTV News. Stay with us.
Students can come to Herkimer College and really have that full collegiate experience. We want every single student to succeed. And this year, we were named the 2nd best community college in the state of New York. We have built an athletic program that is nationally ranked. And it is the hard work, the dedication, and the commitment of our faculty and staff that has enabled Herkimer to be the college that it is today.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Hello and welcome back to HCTV News. I'm Roberto Cruz and thanks for joining us. We're here each week this time with a 30-minute newscast produced by Herkimer College Communication Arts, Radio, Television, and Broadcasting majors. This live weekly newscast is a production of HU 263, an advanced video production class offered here at Herkimer College. Up next, we have Mark Lacchiano, and he has our special guest with this live Newsmaker segment. Mark?
Thanks for that, Roberto. I'm joined here now by our Newsmaker special guest of the week, Mr. Josh Parkinson of the Herkimer College Academic Advisement Center. Josh, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
So, how actually did that come about? What is it that you do at the Advisement Center?
At the Advisement Center, we help students pick classes, register for classes. We also take students on academic probation and we work with them closely so that we can make sure that their grades are up to par for the next semester. I have my own list of advisees that I work with closely so that we can make sure that they're in the right program for their needs, their goals.
Mm-hmm. So going off of that now, I guess, with people that struggle after high school, debating what they want to do after high school, what would you suggest to them who think of college in the back of their mind, but they're not?
That's a good question. I think for students who are unsure about what path they want to decide, they either need to determine whether they want to go to college or not. And if they're still unsure about that, then I would suggest that they should come up here, talk with one of our advisors or me, and we can go over different programs, maybe find out what your interests are, and maybe it's general studies. Maybe you don't know what you want, and general studies would help fit that bill for a lot of reasons.
Yeah. And now general studies is just one of the many unique programs that Herkimer has to offer. What other programs do you feel Herkimer has that are unique over other area schools?
Well, I would definitely say the radio and television program is unique. I also think the travel and tourism program is unique. And those are the programs that help bring unique students to the campus, you know, and it's nice to have things like the newsmaker section here. I would say those things are the unique pieces that Herkimer offers for the most part.
Okay, so I guess contrary to the academic portion of it, Herkimer is well known for their sports, you know, far and wide for their sports programs. So I guess, what would you recommend someone going into, you know, if they're looking to be that?
Like an athletic?
Athletic.
We have
major,
business, sports and rec management. We also have liberal arts and science, physical education. Even general studies, again, would help so that they can maybe take some classes that they may find that they like. Maybe they think they like sports, but then they take some other classes and realize they like psychology. You know, so general studies would be good for that. But for the sports, I'd say business, sports, rec management, or liberal arts and science, phys ed.
Okay, perfect. So earlier you mentioned you're going, you know, you're the academic advisement specialist, one of the many that they have here, and you went to your own education in college for that. How did your experience in college help you prepare you for being an academic advisor?
Well, I was not really a very good high school student, and my experience at college for my degrees helped me become a better advisor because I know the struggle is real. You know, I know a lot of students with 4.0 GPAs work really hard, but I also know there's a lot of students who work even harder and they have, or not even harder, but they have a harder time and earn C's or B's. My experience with my own personal college, I have a human services degree from Empire State College, and I'm working on my master's right now in information design technology. The way that human services helped me as an advisor is that it gave me the foundation to do one-on-one stuff with students, to help direct, to help give advice or point, you know, go over goals and things. So I think human services helped me out a great deal.
And being that you're the academic advisor, you guys really urge people that you're really approachable, you know, because people, you know, can't get help if they don't ask. You know? So what would be the plan of action for people who want to get advised, but you know they're reluctant to share their personal
their stuff.
Their stuff.
Some students have a hard time admitting fault, or not fault, but admitting that they're nervous or that they're having a hard time. I think if that's just come in and see me. See one of us at the advisement center and we'll talk. I think if they're on the fence about anything, just show up and we can point you in the right direction.
All right, perfect. So we've got much more with Josh coming up after this break, so stay with us. We have more newsmakers after this short break, but first you're watching HCTV News live from the Technology Center on the campus of Herkimer College. We'll be right back. Takano, here with our special guest Josh Parkinson of the Academic Advisement Center here at Herkimer College. So earlier before the break we talked about strictly professional educational means of advising, but before you, that what people may or may not know is that you were the actual substance abuse safety
prevention specialist. Yeah, for a number of years, and actually how I got my start here at Herkimer College was that I worked for Catholic Charities of Herkimer County, and my job was to provide drug and alcohol preventative services for the college students. And after, I would say, about 7 years of that position, I applied for the advising position, and I got it. My role as a drug and alcohol prevention specialist was to meet with students in a class setting, on a one-on-one setting, provide different educational programs about drugs and alcohol, as well as I was then appointed to be a part of the Alcohol and Other Drugs Board, and then moved up after a few years to the co-chair with Jane Berry of the Alcohol and Other Drugs Board.
So I guess, were there any specific roles that you took from that you helped people with that now you're helping with advising?
I think when you ask me the question, you know, especially with the human services and how does that help you be an advisor, I think that helped give me a foundation of how school works. You know, you got to do your homework, you got to do your tests, and you got to submit on time, that stuff. What actually helped me become a better advisor was my one-on-one conversations with the students within the drug and alcohol stuff. I would get to know them, some of their issues, and I'd be able to talk to them on a real level regarding some very touchy topics, and I translated that to advisement, you know, after the 6 or 7 years that I was doing that position to now. So I think, you know, that one-on-one stuff definitely helped me out big time.
All right. So now, I guess really briefly now, since we're almost running out of time, you're actually one of the coordinators of the Outdoor Adventure Club here at Herkimer College. How did that come about?
So when I was doing the preventative services, I was a club advisor for the SAD Club, but then when I took over the advisement position, I kind of wanted to spread my wings a little bit from the drug and substance stuff, so or the alcohol and substance. So then, and I am an avid hiker. I like the outdoors, and I wanted to get involved with that club. And we have some really good members. In fact, Roberto, or Anchor tonight, is one of my members. And it's just a passion of mine. You know, I like the outdoors. I like getting out and walking and just seeing the woods, but that's and I just kind of asked to be on it.
Perfect. All right, Josh Parkinson, thanks for joining us here on Newsmakers. So now we'd like to toss it back over to Roberto, live in the newsroom.
Okay, thanks, Mark. And it's time for one last check-in with the weather. And for that, we turn to Eric Alonso. Eric.
Well, to recap tonight's weather, it looks like it's going to be overcast skies tonight with a relatively warm night ahead of us. The rain should be ending soon, have no fear. And into tomorrow, we have rain again, sorry to say, with possible thunderstorms likely. The high will be higher though, it'll be 60 degrees, and a high-low means a high tomorrow. In fact, record highs on Saturday.
Oh man, thanks Eric for that one. And thank you guys for joining us for HCTV News for tonight. Just a reminder, HCTV News is here every Thursday afternoon at 5 o'clock throughout this semester, with encore presentations Friday 5 o'clock. We're also here at Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Newscasts are also archived on our YouTube channel. You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram. Just search Herkimer College Communication Arts. For more details on the communication arts programs offered here at Herkimer College, visit www.herkimer.edu/communicationarts. And from all of us here at HCTV News, we want to thank you for watching. I'm Roberto Cruz, and tune in again next Tuesday at 1 o'clock and Thursday at 5 o'clock for more HCTV News. Good night.